Accepting love. You know, it's so easy to love other people, but how about receiving love? Letting other people love us and letting love in. And that's only human love. Love has a tendency to flow out much more readily than we're willing to accept it for ourselves. And allowing love starts with allowing yourself to love yourself, to love your beingness, to just love the fact that you're alive, love the fact that you're here. Love and self-love, divine love, is the key to all healing, all healing. So we're going to work on that a little bit in this session. We're going to remove all the little bits and pieces, dissolve them, set them aside, whatever you care to do, that keep you from allowing love into you. So at least during the session, you'll let it in. Then after the session, if you want to invite some of these things back, well, then you're more than welcome to if you want. And we'll let it go from there. But if you start letting love in, I can guarantee that all aspects of life will start to improve for you. So let's everyone close their eyes. Let's have the thought to be in the center of the core being. Let's everyone have the thought to activate, means turn on, the base chakra. That's the chakra that's not on the body. That's below the feet, not each foot. And if you know the 3-breath technique, then you can do that now. And you don't have to if you don't want to, it doesn't matter. Just start breathing. As if you haven't breathed before. This time as you breathe, I'm radiating out energy for you to breathe in with the air. It includes the divine feminine. You might notice a softness in my voice. It includes divine grace. And it's with that ease that we're going to start to do this work. To do this particular work, it'll be so much more effective if we can relax. So let's relax now. Let me guide you in an easier way to relax. Just breathe through your nose if you can. Try and stay in the center of the core being. And just allow your your ascension body to relax. That's the furthest body out. It's the one that goes all the way to that 55-foot mark in diameter, 16.7 meters. Huge. And since most of us aren't familiar with it, and we don't have connotations for it and stigma about it or anything like that, it's so easy to allow it to relax. So let's allow that body, the ascension body, to relax. You may start to feel sensations along your skin, most notably on your forearms, but it can be anywhere. Sometimes this happens when you activate the ascension body. But for right now, let's just allow it to relax. And let's allow the next body inward to relax, the radiant body. Just let the radiant body relax. If you want to know more about these bodies and what they do and what they can do and how you can use them, write me, ask. Maybe I'll develop a class about them. Because there's so much to learn about all of it. Allowing that radiant body to relax. Some of you may experience a bright dot of light along your brow chakra, your third eye area, in between your eyebrows. Some people may experience that in the middle of the brain. Most people won't experience any of these things that I'm pointing out. I'm just mentioning them so that if you do experience something like this, you're not alone. And now we want to relax the light body, all 20 dimensions of it. Allow the entire light body to completely relax. Right here, right now. In this sacred space that we're creating. In this safe space that we're creating. And now let's let the next body relax. The next body inward is in 12 dimensions. It's where the Merkaba is. Shaped like a dodecahedron. Some people call it the Buddhic body. Some people call it the Christ body. Yes, let that body relax. That body starts at about chakra number 12. So much to learn. Not important now. Just relax. And let's go to the next body inward, the etheric body. The etheric body is one of what I refer to as the inner bodies. Those other four I refer to as the advanced bodies. Just allow your etheric body to relax. In this sacred, safe space, filled with divine grace. Breathe through your nose if you can. It's easier the first few times you go through this if you do not cross your legs, because these energy channels are not shielded in any way. So it's just easier if you don't. Once you get used to it, you can. And now let's relax the next body inward. That would be the astral body. Let's not play. There's so much play in the astral realms. Let's just allow it to relax. Allow it to relax. And as we relax these outer bodies, that we're for the most part not even aware of, you can find yourself going deeper into the stillness, deeper into the quiet. That's a good thing. And now let's go to the next body inward. The next body inward is the causal body. And everybody asks me about the causal body all the time. And one of these days I'll have a session just on the causal body. And it won't be enough time, but at least it'll be a start. There's so much in the causal body, it's so important. It's one of the main bodies that affects this incarnation. So just let's let it relax. Let's let it relax. Oh, go ahead, let it relax just a little bit more. Good, good, good. Breathe in this additional Shakti, please, this additional divine energy. And relax. This is not hypnosis. You're not going to go to sleep. You're not going to start barking like a dog or quacking like a duck. We're just relaxing. If the Shakti and the energies affect you in a certain way, in order to participate fully, you'll go unconscious and you will still receive the full benefit of this session. And that's okay. And you can keep listening to it again and again. And eventually you'll listen to it all the way through and remain cognizant and conscious and awake and present the whole time. Good. So now let's let the mental body relax. And let's be deep in the center of the core being. Let's activate the base chakra and allow the mental body to relax. There's no need to be in the brain. It's just a computer. You don't have to be in a computer to run a computer. Let's be in the center of the core being, where you have access to so much more than just your brain. The center of the core being, where you have access to all your gifts. You have access to your gifts in a purified form with greater accuracy. And we're just allowing the mental body to relax. And now we're allowing the emotional body to relax, regardless of what's happening in the world outside of where you are right now in this moment. Let's allow the emotional body to relax perfectly and completely. Thank you, emotions, for bringing things to our attention. But for now, we want to allow you to relax. Completely and fully. And now we want to relax the physical body. And there's all kinds of different techniques for starting at your toes or starting at your nose. But why don't we just tell our physical body, every atom, every molecule, every muscle fiber, to immediately relax. You can feel your heart rate slow, perhaps. You can feel your heart rate slow, but remain within safe levels. You can feel your breathing relax, knowing that even more oxygen is crossing into your blood than when you weren't relaxed. Good, good, good. So now we want to relax the electromagnetic body. All the chakras, all the marmas, all the nadis, all the meridians. Just allow your electromagnetic body to relax. And stay in the center of the core being. And the first wave of clearing energy is going to come through in a moment. And it's going to start at the electromagnetic body and clear things away that get in the way of allowing love in. You chose to listen to this, so you've chosen to allow divine love. Now we're going to prepare our body systems to allow divine love. Then we will accept divine love. So here comes that first wave of clearing energy. Just allow it to do what it does. All you have to do is breathe. I can't make it any easier for you. And as you breathe, the energy in that breath goes into the electromagnetic body. Doing what it does, preparing that electromagnetic body. And then when the electromagnetic body is prepared, each of those subatomic particles that constantly shift between energy and mass and energy, back and forth and back and forth, will carry this vibration into your physical molecules, into your physical atoms. and start clearing your physical body, preparing it to accept divine love fully if you choose. But the preparations will at least allow the divine love in the first place. It takes about 4 seconds to go from the electromagnetic body into the physical body. And I'm not going to announce everything. But it's from the physical body, it's going to make its way out through all the bodies. The system I use names 11 bodies. Feels like a second wave is about to start. These kinds of things I'll announce. Plus, from time to time, I'll speak just to carry additional Shakti to help you along. We're still preparing. The second wave is coming through, and it's much more subtle than the first wave. And here's a third wave coming. If you find yourself lost in thought, you have a choice. You can take a look at those thoughts. They might be distraction, or they may be messages pulling your attention to something to look at later on. Or you can just let them go by, knowing that even if they are messages, you can meditate later and they won't go anywhere. They'll be back. If they were distraction, they won't be back. Although some other distraction may be. Things inside might be getting brighter and brighter for you. Good, good, good. So now we have a different set of Shakti that are going to come through. And again, it's another form of purification, preparing us. Please allow it, please accept it. It'll make it easier for you. At this point, if things come up, I'd like you to choose a shelf somewhere in your house, and we're going to call that the self shelf. And all these little bits and tiddly bits that start coming up in your thoughts, just say, thank you for coming up. Go to the self shelf. And then when we're done with this exercise, you can take a look at those things at some other day, some other time, when you're ready to. Does one need to go through all of this to allow in divine love and accept divine love? No. This just makes it a little bit easier. And it also helps with other things as well. So I'd like everyone to do a clearing breath. That's a nice deep breath in through your nose if you can. Do not hold it, and immediately sigh it out. If it doesn't feel like you got everything, do it again. Good. Very, very good. Let's now breathe in divine grace. It's been with us, we've been working with it, but now we're going to ask for it, or just breathe in what I'm radiating out. Just divine grace and nothing else. Pure divine grace. You don't have to send it anywhere. You don't have to do anything with it. You're just allowing it into your body system. So let's just breathe in this divine grace, please. in, breathe it in, breathe it in. And now I want you to have the thought to activate it, to turn on this divine grace, to energize the waveforms. There is a science to this, and we don't have to understand it fully, but we want to energize it just by having the thought to do that. It's like kicking it up into an excited state like chemistry class. All you have to do is have the thought to energize it. And now I want you to amplify it. It's like turning up the knob on a stereo. And now I want you to lock it to your node. Attach it to your node in the center of the core being. That's your node on the grid of the planet. It's your node on the grid of humanity. And just allow that divine grace to radiate and permeate and expand through your entire being. It will expand through your body system, through your crystalline structure, and through your energy field. And I used to use those three phrases interchangeably, but they are indeed three separate things. But again, that's not important. Not now. Notice how the divine grace makes you feel. Now we're going to take this divine grace and a few other Shakti that I'd like you to breathe in now that I'm radiating out. And they're also going to start coming down the Antakarana from the I Am Presence into the middle of your brain. And we're going to direct this into the thalamus, into the hypothalamus, and into the hippocampus. All at once, those three pieces, please. Just breathe normally. Just be relaxed. Let this divine energy do this divine work. All you have to do is breathe and be in the center of the core being. And every once in a while, activate the base chakra again. And now I'd like you to take this energy and focus it into the amygdala. These two little almond-shaped pieces in the middle of the brain. This is all part of the limbic system. First, we took care of outmoded beliefs and patterns, vasanas and samskaras. Now we're working on fears. So we also want to do some work on habits. So I'd like to include now sending this energy into the cerebellum, the pons, and the striatum. Good, good, good. So now I'd like you to focus this energy into this little place called the corpus callosum. It connects the left brain and the right brain, and it's the only piece that does that. So let's focus this energy into that part. Good. So with your astral hands, not your physical hands, I want you to squeegee. A broom leaves little bits behind, but a squeegee gets it all. So with your astral hands, I want you to squeegee all the thoughts up the left side of your brain and up the right side of your brain into a prayer mudra, the two palms together, fingers together, thumbs in alignment, at about the 8th or ninth chakra above the head, so that all the thoughts are out of your brain. And now we want to have the thought to allow the corpus callosum to spiritually expand and fill the entire space between the left and the right hemispheres. And this will allow the left and the right brain to synchronize. Some people call this hemi-syncing. Wonderful. Some of you may start seeing colors and energy inside who don't typically see colors and energy inside. Maybe you start sensing things that you don't typically sense. That's good. Just allow it. So I want you to center yourself in the center of the core being. You are consciousness. You are not mind. You are not emotions. You are not the little voice in your head. You're the one that gets to decide to go along with the voice in your head or not. Be your immortal consciousness. In the center of the core being, identify yourself as that. In the center of the core being. Now we're doing a very elaborate way of bringing divine love in, just to establish it there. In the future, all you have to do is ask for it, breathe it in, and it's there. So now let's ask for divine love and breathe in divine love and breathe it in, 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 breathe it in through your nose if you can, in and out through the nose. If your head starts to go back, that's okay. If your body starts to move a bit, that's okay. Just breathe. And take this divine love and you want to activate it, energize it, amplify it, and lock it in on your node in the center of the core being. And keep breathing more in. And allow this love, divine love, love with a capital letter L, to radiate and emanate and completely fill your entire being. Your whole beingness, all of your crystalline structure, all of your body system and your entire energy field. Allow yourself to become aware of it. Hmm. Allow yourself to experience the divine love. Is there anything about the divine love that you wouldn't want in your body system? How does it make you feel? What is your life potential if divine love was part of your life? After quickly reviewing these kinds of questions, make a choice. It's all free will choice. I can't do it for you. I ask you to please accept divine love now. Just accept the divine love. Have that thought to accept. I accept divine love. And experience what happens when you make that choice, how it affects the divine love. Allow the divine love to shift, change, heal any areas within you that are resistant to accepting the divine love. Let's make it easier to bring into the system. Shakti is of the divine feminine. Working with divine Shakti is of the divine masculine. Let's breathe in whether you're male or female. This is not about gender. Let's breathe in the divine feminine now. You can feel the vibration of Ma, M-A-A, Ma. Or just breathe in or ask for the Shakti of the divine feminine now. And just breathe that in. And breathe it in more and more and more. Activate, energize, amplify it, lock it in on your node, and just allow it to permeate your whole system, to ease the divine love everywhere within your body system, everywhere within your crystalline structure, everywhere within your energy field. Through this process, some of you are going to see bright light opening up within you. Some of you are going to see the stars in the universe open up within you. Some of you are going to be lucky enough to have the void open up within you, the infinite void. Absolute silence, absolute peace, where nothing is known, so that absolutely everything is possible. And in this space, you can direct the divine love to heal things. We've done some very, very, very graceful work, but it's been very intensive on your body system. Please drink a lot of water. Juice, tea, coffee, none of them are water. Water is water. Water will take and flush your system. It'll go into the tissues and cleanse and purify further. If you hold your glass or water bottle between your palm chakras and you focus divine love into the water, then the water molecules themselves will realign into the pattern according to the effect of divine love. And you can bring it into your body that way as well. It will help a lot. Dr. Emoto has even shown that this works. You can look him up and look at some of the photos of his work with water. And I thank you. I thank you so much for participating in this. For the more of us that are doing this work on the planet will eventually help the entire planet. And that's a good thing. There's so many teachers out there all helping to bring people into a higher state of consciousness and a better way of being. If you like the work that I'm doing, know that I'm not doing it, it's going through me. But know that if you like this work, please support Shaktify. SHAKTI, as in Frank, Y.com. You can go to the website. There's all kinds of free things I make available there, but there are costs to maintaining it, and donations are tax deductible and greatly appreciated. And I thank you very much for that. And if there's anything I can do to help you, please feel free to contact me. I send out 2 emails a month, that's all. And if you get on the healing list, you'll receive those emails. And you'll also be on the healing list, where healing Shakti is radiated out to everyone on that list every day, multiple times. Anyway, thank you. Just thank you so much for listening to this. Thank you so much for participating. And thank you so much, so very, very much, for allowing and accepting divine love. God bless.